Hey guys, we're back with another video from the Caber Vapors. I'm Sam again.
This is Zach.
And today we're talking to you something more safe about safety in vaping. A couple weeks ago, I'm a volunteer firefighter over in Hillsdale, Michigan. We had a call come in, fire call. I was just leaving Mr. Darcy's where we're at right now. They've been gracious enough to let us use the area. And when we responded to the call, there was a vehicle that was on fire. The cause of the vehicle fire was actually one of these right here. Actually, this one itself. And that is a mod with a RDA on it and the battery. You can see what's left of it. Now, the problem we've seen a lot of times is people aren't very safe about where they leave their mechanical mods, even your regulated or even a vape pen. They can all explode and cause damage. Now, me and Zach had the experience, our good friend, not going to say any names, but he didn't know he had to drip his RDA. He was first time vapor, didn't know to drip it, and it got to the point where it was actually catching the cotton inside on fire. And we really want to combat this because that's another thing that people have to hold against people that vape. Oh, they're not safe. But it really is. It just depends on who and how uses it. There's a lot of differences between all three of them, but they all hold the same dangers. You can cause a coil inside of a tank to catch fire or explode because it's getting too much power, overheating, and the cotton inside becomes a wick. Just like this mechanical mod where it came into, the guy put it inside his center console, didn't remove the battery like it should be when it's not being in use, and it caught the wick on fire, which there was some other flammable things inside, and it caused a fire. Now, practicing safety and taking the time to be safe about it saves you a lot more time than it does for, let's say, repairing a vehicle, replacing a tier, replacing a whole vehicle if you don't have the money to. So it's always safe to ask questions when you go to a vapor shop. It's always safe to research it, look it over. If you have trouble building your coils, if you have trouble questions about wicking it, you need to do it properly. Go into your local vapor shop. We've got Mr. Darcy's here in Hillsdale. And anytime you go in there, they'll be glad to help you. You've got Gib, Barb, they're always in here. Gib's been vaping forever, and will gladly help you make sure you're vaping safely in the area so it doesn't cause any further damage than it is. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with battery safety itself. This particular fire was caused by somebody putting it in backwards and then letting it auto fire in the center console. But another thing that comes into play too is making sure that you've got the right coil set up on yours, because if your batteries are meant to be drained at a super high rate and you've got a really low resistance build on there, what happens, and what happened to me quite a lot, is that the battery's going to superheat up. And I've had a battery short out while I was vaping on it from an issue like that. I've had the skin start coming off the battery after about 3 days of vaping on them, just because I didn't know. So this is something that we take seriously because we don't want other people to go through these same experiences, and for people outside the vaping community to hold it against us and use it as another reason to put us down.
Now, Zach mentioned something a second ago. It's called an auto fire. And what an auto fire is when your vaporizer fires itself without you pressing the button or not you knowing. They can get up toward temperatures of 500-600 degrees, maybe even up to 800 if put into extreme conditions. And if you don't have proper equipment, you're going to have the fire department called to your house. So it's always safe at night. Always take the battery out. If you're charging your batteries, charge them during the day so you don't have to leave them on the charger all night, because that can also cause damage, because if you don't have a smart charger, which I do recommend getting, it won't know to shut off the battery charge, and your battery will get super hot and can explode due to the acid inside of it. Also, don't fall asleep with your vaporizer. If you actually accidentally hit the button on a mechanical or regulated, it will fire. And a lot of things around vaporizers are flammable. You have covers, blankets, pillows, all that can catch on fire. And the third thing I'd recommend is always check your battery. After you vape on it for, let's say, an hour straight, just go in, let it cool down, or swap out the batteries, let your coils cool off. Because the more corrosion you get on your coils, the more resistance you can gain on there, and that can cause damage, that can cause it to heat up faster. And the fourth rule is to keep your coils clean, or keep your coil changed depending on if you're using a tank. That's always what you want to do. my recommendation for cleaning them is heat up your coils. Once they get cherry, the orange, bright orange, let off the button, put them underneath some water so it actually takes away off the corrosion. After that, in Practice Safe Vaping, everyone can live happy, and vapors can live on with their lives and get the treatment that should be going on, versus having us treated like it's more dangerous than smoking, or even using your cell phone at a gas pump. So always practice safe vaping and be efficient about it. If you don't know a question or don't know an answer to it or having troubles, always ask questions. Well, for now, you got anything else, Zach?
No, just keep calm and vape on.
Keep vaping. You guys have a great day. This is the Caber Vapors, and we're out.